Hello, everyone. It's a new day. Let's get up. Let's work this thing out with fear and trembling. Listen, you all, just a thought, I was just thinking, we as believers, we are not on this earth for ourselves. We are here on this earth actually for someone else. And I was just thinking how that is what Jesus came to do. He was sent on this earth for us to rescue us. And how grateful I am for this gift. And I was just thinking, it was several years ago, I'll say about 4 years ago, I was just meditating. And what was given to me is that, listen, it is not all about you. And I'm looking like, I know this. It's not all about me. And then several years down the line, my mother, she passed. She passed. And that very thought came back to me and said, remember, this is not all about you. And at that moment, my mother, that was my girl. That was my girl. That was my friend. And I wasn't in a good headspace. When she passed away, I wasn't in a good headspace. And when that thought came back to me, I began to look at my daughters and began to look at my husband. And I began to be able to move forward, And I was thinking how, and that at that time and in that moment, I'm asking God, you know what? I need you to heal me, heal my thoughts, heal me right now in this moment. I need you to do that. And of course, God, He is God. He can do whatever He pleases. And I believe and know that He could have done that. But I was listening to someone and this resonated with me, and I thought I would share this with you. And she was stating that sometimes we are asking God to heal a moment, like a right now moment, to heal a moment. But sometimes God is trying to heal a generation that's coming behind you. Again, we are not here on this earth for ourselves. So any situation that, as believers, that we end up in, not things that we put on ourselves. Let me be let me be clear. Things that the assignment has been assigned to you, it's for someone else's benefit. And I begin to think about this, looking at my daughters. They are in the process of being that healed generation because of the process that I am going through. At that moment when I heard that that beautiful word, at that moment I began to pray a different prayer to say, God, can you build me up for my healing? Because listen, healing isn't always easy. It's a task, listen, all by itself. I'm here to tell you. And as we're growing, as I am growing, we're not here on this earth for ourselves. So as we're growing and we are here on this earth, we are salt for this earth. We are the change. When we were sent here, we change the world. Anyone that come in contact with us, change should begin to take place. Their thought process should begin to change. Their heart should begin to change. And all for the better. And I would just begin to think about salt. Salt, it elevates things. Sometimes, there's a herb. You have a herb, and we know it has a different flavor. But when if you add out just a little bit of salt, it enhances what that flavor was all along. And that is what I that is that is what I am striving for and working on. Then listen, when I come in contact with people, I want them to just be uplifted, be strengthened in with anything that they are striving to do, whatever um, gift that they have. Listen, sometimes people don't know that something is there until you step in the room. You are that light, that sprinkle that they need, that encouragement that they need. Because sometimes people don't know that is there, is in them. And that is what we were literally sent here on this earth to do. And I said, listen, I want to be salt for my daughters. I want to be that light for the generation that is behind me. And just thinking, how sometimes, I don't know anyone that literally puts salt on a spoon and eat it and love it, right? We like the thing that is salted. That's what we like, the thing that is salted. And I begin to just think and meditate. Listen, I want to be the good in someone's life. I want to be that traction that someone may need to help them build up their relationship with God, to help them better themselves in this world. Listen, we're not exempt. I mean, we can always be great. We could be great in everything. In everything. Listen, in everything. Listen, when you are a believer and you start sprinkling salt on this earth, we're going to get benefits as well. Because things start looking good. Things start changing around you. That's another thing you all don't forget. When you are being a light, things are changing around you as well. So you receive the benefit. Sometimes, we can get in this headspace, oh, I'm giving, give. But at the same time, we are benefiting from this change that is taking place. And that's what I'm learning, you all. I am benefit for the change that is happening within me. Ooh, y'all, for real, I am so excited about this change that is taking place, this freedom that is taking place in my life. And I encourage you, when you start realizing that who you are and how God is looking at you, your perspective begins to change. And that's why I said, you know what? Me encouraging someone else, it's helping me as well. How can I tell you and I be a castaway? This is for me too. This is for me too. Listen, let's go. Let's keep this going. Salt stimulates thirst. Salt stimulates thirst. So as we are growing, we continue to walk our journey. Let us stimulate and motivate and rescue our brother and our sister to go towards God. When they go towards God and we are sought, we seek after him, we will never thirst again. We will be full of him, full of his spirit, full of the fruit of his spirit. So as we continue to go through our lives and our journey, you all, listen, let's stimulate that spiritual thirst for him. Because again, we as believers and people that are coming into the knowledge, we want them to thirst after him. That's it. Not us. Not us. Not what we are doing, but what He is doing. Listen, we just need to simply be the light, be the torch, so that that person can see where they are going. Again, not to be manipulative, because let me just be a sidebar on this. Manipulation, if we look at that and look at this, the scripture, manipulation is witchcraft. It's witchcraft. And I said, I do not want to be found in that space, you all. Listen, we got to call things what they are and things of what they are not. You know what I'm saying? So listen, just be the light. You need a little bit of light? I'll hold the light up for you. Which are simply just having your hand out to touch someone. That's being sought. We're simply praying for our brothers and sisters. That's salt. Simply saying, I love you. That is salt. Showing up, your presence, simply being there. That's sprinkling a little salt on this earth. In your family. So that you're like, what's wrong with my family? Why do we feel like we are so dysfunctional? And then I have to ask myself, are you the change? Are you the positive enforcement? Are you the salt that should be standing in the midst to bring forth a beautiful outcome? What I'm learning, you all, salt, when it's sprinkled, it kind of goes kind of like everywhere. When you season your food, it kind of goes everywhere. You can't keep it in one spot because it would become bitter. It has a strange taste. You know what I mean? It has a strange taste. So what I'm thinking and I'm learning and I'm meditating. Listen, salt is not in four walls. I'm talking about spiritually. It's not in four walls. It's scattered round about. Again, salt brings change. Listen, let's keep this moving. Listen, I'm loving you. This is so good to me, you all. Listen, this is good. This is so good. And listen, salt heals an open wound. It heals it. What it does, it draws out the poison so that way it can continue to heal. And I like this scripture. It says, let our speech be seasoned with, when we are the salt of the earth, let it be seasoned with, just had my little notes there, seasoned with grace. Listen, our words can either speak life or speak death in a situation. And if we are literally now, you all, the salt of the earth, our conversation, our speech must have the right motive when we are interacting with one another. It has to always be that, nothing less. Because we as believers play a very important and critical part in this world. I'm beginning to look at this like I'm a part of this priesthood. Listen, I'm a part of this priesthood. Why not? You know, sometimes you don't feel good. You know, don't get me wrong. We all human, honey. You know, but it's how we react to the situation. And we know that God, He is God. He can handle. He is in control. You know, but you know, we play a critical part. And so if I am, listen, I think about this. If I am always in a negative space, if I am always in a argumentative space, how can my words be seasoned with grace? Especially when it comes down to stating His word and declaration of His word. it can't, I can't be salt at the same time. I can pepper, pepper, you know what I'm saying? Be like that. That's ouch. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? But um it, it it won't come together. How how it is meant to come together, us as being the change in this world. Let us be that traction. Like I said before, let's be that traction. Let us be that little bit of grace. Because grace was shown to us. So let us be that grace to someone else. And so they can continue, you know what I'm saying? Continue to build their relationship. Our speech, whatever we're saying, anything that we're doing, it it can really, it depends, what's going on. We have to make sure, sometimes the simply saying I am sorry, you know how much salt that is. How much salt that is, that can heal so many people. You were able to, as salt, listen, we can humble ourselves. Although we are changed, we are the change, we can humble ourselves. Being humble, that also bring forth change. Changing you, changing that individual. Because now we have given that individual that traction to, again, to continue to build. Being humble is salt. Being real is salt. It's a whole lot that we can do as believers when we understand who who we are and what we have been designed to do. I am learning this, you all. I am learning this. Whatever gift, whatever talent that He has given you, it is supposed to change the world. Do you see how significant we are? Listen, we are a part of this beautiful priesthood. Beautiful priesthood. So let us continue to be the salt, the light, and change. Salt, light, and change. Listen, when you think about salt, when it's in isolation, it's nothing. It's just sitting there. It's tall. It's a tall jar of salt. It's just sitting there. But when it's in circulation, when it begins to move, it brings out the purpose. It brings out the evidence. It brings out what it was designed and set to do. Because at that point in time, listen, when we encounter different people, sometimes they don't know that that assignment or that purpose was in them until you came on the scene. You see, it changed. The whole atmosphere changed. You have helped someone to see who they are through His gift, His light that's shining within us. Remember, He gets the glory through our lives. The glory is the invisible qualities of God made visible to man through us. That's what Jesus did. He came, He was the salt. And if we believe in him, we are to mirror his image. We are made in the image of God. He came to show us the invisible qualities of the Father to us, to show us who he is and what he's all about. And that is what we are designed to do, you all. Listen, be encouraged, be lifted up, not prideful. Keep moving forward. I love you all.